All right, it just had a radio shipped in here, and we're gonna open it up. The box looks like it's in pretty good shape, so I'm assuming that it made the trip pretty well. Got shipped UPS. A little bit of a story with this radio. I bought it used, of course, and the fellow had shipped it out to somebody, and apparently when they got it, it wouldn't start, so he took it back, and I saw it listed again. Don't know what's in here. Where's my razor blade? A microphone. A Yaesu YM48. There's that. Oh. And that must be the panel plug for the back. Put that over there. Oh, nice. There's some manuals with it. And a power cord. Uses a standard computer power cord, I guess. All this packing in here seems to have been pretty efficient. I don't know. I see it looks like it got a dent on the side of it. I don't know if that happened from shipping. Can see that. The panel isn't right. Get all this stuff out of the way. Put this down. We'll take a look at it. I can bring you down here. Here's the dented area I was referring to. Right here. We'll pull the covers off before we go to fire it up. Got the DC power jack, which is here, which I believe I think there's a jumper inside it. If you're not using the wires, it has a jumper. So that gets a little bent up too. But it doesn't look like the case is bent there. Maybe it's just the jack, the way it's put in there. Oh, I see it's got the different. It's a 440 and a 124, or yeah, 144 antenna, and then looks like this is just like glued on here. This would be where the 50 hertz goes. Sorry, 50 megahertz rather. Let me take this cover off and see what we got as far as the denting goes. Come here, you. Wow. One. I've never had a Yaesu before. I think I had a walkie-talkie, an old one. An old 2-meter walkie-talkie. Get this. Some more screws on the top here. That one was loose. That there's loose. I don't know if these, I'll take them out just in case. See if they look like the others. No, they're much shorter. Actually, 2 are short. So the side ones are a little bit longer. That probably didn't need to come out because the switch just fell through, but I'll finish taking it out. Alright, that's everything on this side. Here's more here. That's kind of tight. Let's see. This probably comes off. And I noticed that somebody put a different type of screw right here. I don't think that's the way it's supposed to go. Or maybe the back one's not the way. I'll throw that like that so we know where it's at. Couple more screws here. They look just like the rest of the side screws. So far the only difference are these 2 are different on the top. You can't see what I'm pointing at there. These 2 are different on the top, and of course those little ones that hold the switches in are different. Let's see if this top comes off yet. Alrighty. The speaker wires just kind of fell off. I don't know if they were not attached. These, I imagine, are the different radio boxes. There's the one here. A lot of connectors. Reminds me of the old Kenwoods with all these connectors. Alright. Let's look where that goes on with the connector underneath here. Apparently that would go, well, that's the label. So that would go there. Put that over here. Here's where the dent was. This case doesn't look too bad where the dent was. Must be the bottom. Get this out of our way. And we will press on with taking it apart. Yeah, the very corners are cracked here and probably down there. Let's finish taking this off. Another short screw there. Oh, that's because it's the bottom. So I guess the bottom and the top will have a short screw. Let's see if we can figure out. This is kind of tight coming out. It's probably because the case is misaligned. Sort of like we had with the icon. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Let's see. Let's get this screw out of here. I think that's it for all the screws. Yep. Yeah, let's say this one's a little bit beat up. See if we can straighten that out. Take a look at that later. Stay there. Stay over there. Don't bother us. Alright. I'm going to loosen these up just to see. I'm not going to take it off. I'm just going to loosen them. That's a little bit bent there. Just in case it's holding something really crooked. You can see the crack here. I don't know if you can see it. There's a crack on that side. Get this microphone out of our way too. All right, on this side, see the crack there. Yeah, the crack here. And the piece that's mushed right there. None of which are that bad. The microphone jack, okay, I'm going to loosen a little bit more until we start straightening. That way the screws aren't holding it at some crazy angle. The idea is not to take it off or anything, just to loosen it. Let's take a look here underneath. Oliver! What's wrong? What's wrong, stink dog? What do you have to tell us? All right. Don't see anything that looks that terrible. I don't know what's supposed to go in here. I have to see why that thing is so messed up, or so much of an angle. Wonder if it was originally shipped with that on it and that pushed that a little bit crooked. Not a big deal. We'll see. That comes out of there into there. Alright, let's see if it has a fuse in it. Right there. Kind of weird to have like a Phillips point in it that you would turn to get the fuse out. Well, it looks like over the years that's not so good. Let's see what we can find here. Alright, the fuse is still good. Well, the case doesn't look too bad where it took some damage. You can see a little bit of bending in it. Not bad. Put that back in. Put this on. Go over here. Put this down into place somewhere. Let it kind of dangle there. Here's one of the speaker wires. Where's the other guy? Oh, there's the other one. Here's the power supply. Another fuse, 5 amp, looks good. Caps don't look outrageously beat up or anything. Alright, let me go get a variac and we'll start this thing up, or at least try to, see what happens. We'll put the limit on it just in case. Turn that way down. Plug it in. Turn the Yaesu. The radio power's on. That power's on. I think it's my little light on. Yep. Start bringing this up. Alright, you can see our voltage here. We're at 40 volts. 51, 53. Alright. 78, 81, 83. No significant load there. We're at 97, 99. The radio is fired up. I'm going to take it back down and go without the no limit. Can't see the voltage. 96, 100, 104, 107, 109, 110, 113, 114 volts. All right, that's on. I can hear something rubbing there a little bit. The display is a little dim, but I don't know if there's an adjustment on that. Gain. AF gain. There's no speaker attached to it, so we'll leave that all the way turned on. Meters both work. Well, they're lit up. I don't know if they work or not. Alright, so since I'm still not totally convinced that it's the display that's gone bad, I'm still playing around with that. But I haven't checked anything else on this radio to see if it even works. I mean, we did connect a speaker and we heard it, but other than that. So I'm going to give it a shot here. Give the old college try. Let me get a microphone. Oh. Probably should have read the manual so I know how to work things, but just put the microphone in there. PTT, we have a dummy load, and I'm using a UHF VHF. It goes from 140 to 520 megahertz. Ooh boy, so I think it's pretty far. Let's just see. We'll put it on power, forward. Okay, turn this thingy on. Okay, it looks like it's on the 147 band. Oh, 145, somewhere around there. Push to talk works. X that away. We'll Java update later. All right. So let's just go for, we'll put it on FM. And I did find out that does go into the center on FM. And we will key it. See what happens. Oh, I have everything turned on, so let's see. RF gain and tone we can put in the middle. AF gain. Got our speaker working. Mic gain will turn about half. Drive. Drive will turn all the way up. Alright, there we have it. VFO, I didn't have it on A or B. I had it on RATB, whatever. Receive and transmit, probably two different ones. So we're on the, what is it? Looks like 147 band. We can look down here at the, oh, let me lift that up a little bit so you can see it better. Kind of hard with the angle I have. I'm on the 20 watt scale. And we're going up to about 10, a little bit over, almost 10 watts. That's 20. That would be down here. Going up to about 8 watts. So let's see. Turn this down. Let me just see. Yeah, that's good. So let's look on the band up. .442. I don't know. It's looking for FM channels. Let's turn that off. I'm not seeing anything there. Let me go back down. 147. Now let's go to CW once. Guess you have to have the key in there. Because on FM I'm getting 8 or 9 watts. Alright, there with the 400 band. FM. Still don't see any movement on the meter. So I guess it really didn't make much difference. Let's see. I don't know if you can see. Oh hell, can't see. Couldn't see any of this. Isn't that great? Okay. At minus 70, I should have practically pegging the scale, and it's just almost reading a 3. So it is receiving. Let's see it. Not that. Go sideband. Let's go. Get back to FM. Oh, we better not. Okay, takes a minus 30 to give me a 9. So, definitely have some issues with that box. All right. I'll turn all this off. So what do we got? We know that the 2 meter seems to work, transmit and receive. Probably needs a tad of an alignment. The 440 side, it's doesn't hear real good, and no power out. All right, let's see. It's back together, and it's not back together because it's done. It's just that it's got a lot of issues, and I'll have to work through them. But I didn't want to leave it torn apart because I didn't want to forget how it went back together. Let's see. So the display, even though you can kind of see it, I know that lights are probably blocking. Yeah, it doesn't work. I have to block back here or something. Trying to see what lights are blocking you. The display is only about a quarter or a fifth as bright as it should be. So I'm going to look at that some more. I'm still not totally sold on the fact that it's the vacuum fluorescent display device itself, the actual tube, but it might be. I don't know. Also, and then as you saw, we have no output or muted input on the 440 section, and that's a whole different section. I have to learn a lot more about these radios, like why you have that section back there that plugs in, but you have the whole rest of the radio. When I got it, the guy said it was wired for satellite, and maybe it's wired for it, but there's no satellite what do you call it, board in there. And to tell you the truth, I'll probably never use it for that, but just kind of curious what that's all about. But it does seem to transmit and receive on 2 meters, so I don't know how well, but anyhow, so thanks for watching, and I'll keep poking away at this, and if I find anything else, I can make some more interesting, or if I find anything else, I can make some videos if it's anything that's going to be interesting. But hey, I hope you found something you could use from it. Maybe you never saw the inside of one of these before. So again, thanks for watching, and take care.